I don't think I'm going to get anything coming out of it, but just to be safe. Oh, yeah, let me just toss the oil pan bolt in the oil. Like, sprung right out of my fingers like a wet bar of soap. I want to take an oil bath. Whee! All right. Alright, that is off. So I just have one left, which is the coolant return hose. Now theoretically I could just remove the top screw here and leave the hose connected. I'm going to try that. That's not a 7mm. The only reason why I would want to do that is I have a heat shield around the hose and I'd have to disassemble that heat shield, and I don't feel like doing that. Watch, I'll probably end up having to anyway. Alright, coolant return is undone. Might need the longer bar, but we'll try this one. It's moving. Yeah, it's off. Okay. Now the turbo is held on with, I believe it's 4/17s. I think they're all reachable except that one on the bottom is kind of tricky to get to. Let me get these spring bolts out of the way. And get this heat shield off. Those 7s. Yeah. Oops. Well, this did a good job of keeping the slip in one place. Jeez. Alright. Oh. I know better. I keep snapping the end off of my dipsticks. Oh yeah, I do have one other hose, which is the wastegate hose. That's from below. That's off. Go ahead and pry it off of the wastegate can with this. And you can feel like, well, I'm pushing with a pry bar to get this hose on. How hard is it going to be, or get the hose off, how hard is it going to be to get it back on? Well, it's nowhere close. Oh, except it helps if you push it the correct direction. They get stuck when you want to take them off, but reassembly is generally a whole lot easier. So, you know, if you find yourself in one of these projects and you're getting frustrated and overwhelmed, just remember the last part usually goes a lot more smoothly. Alright, that's off. So now I gotta find some 17s to be able to take that off. My 17 crow's foot, 17 offset, which I don't think actually fits any of these. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to use a 17, probably 17 standard wrench. Okay. Yeah, this will work. I gotta do this from below though. So I'm gonna try raising the car up. Probably put it on some dollies. I can still turn the wheel with the dollies if I need to. And I'm not taking the block out or the transmission. Ooh. I think that's part of the transmission. Hopefully the camera doesn't fall. Oh, I have to put this on ramps. I'm using the dollies. Alright, well, it's going to go way up there then. I hope this jack can hack it. Oh yeah. Okay. Place a couple jack stands underneath just in case. And yes, my parking brake and emergency brake are on. that's still good. Alright, so I'm using to try and combine this thing together, get myself the angle I need to remove the one really pesky turbo bolt. Alright. Which one's which? Oh, that's alright, this is coolant. You can get that little drip. Alright, it's loosening. See if I can do it by hand now. Maybe. Yeah, alright. This is a, oh, I think this is a nut on a stud. Yeah, okay. And now I think I recall I changed out at least one, maybe more than one, the studs because I was having a very hard time aligning the bolts while lifting the turbo up onto the manifold. The funny thing with this is, obviously this is not as per Nissan design, and yet, as far as turbos and turbo cars go, this is one of the easier ones to get to, replace parts, and just generally service and maintain. Like, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that the turbo is what the KA should have come with from the factory, and I kind of agree. It almost looks like they tried to do that at some point in the design process. And then they thought, well, you know what, we got the SR20 coming. We're just gonna put all our eggs in that basket. I mean, that's fine. The SR20, it fits a lot more platforms, at least at the time when it was out. Made a lot more sense from you know, mass manufacturing standpoint. Alright, the really difficult one is out. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can loosen these while I'm under here. And wonderful content, huh? You get to watch an engine talk to a camera. Crack loose. I can get it a little further. Yeah, alright, it's loose. And the other two I can clean up. got this little skinny wrench as well. I don't know if I've got enough grab. Oh, helps if I'm going the correct direction. It's, yeah. Let's loosen instead of tighten, shall we? Hey! Alright. And then lastly, yeah, alright. You may have even seen the turbo move there. That's working. Yay. I think this one's a bolt. These three may be bolts. It might just be that one that was a threaded. Yeah, that's a bolt. That one might have been the only stud. Which would make sense because that's the hard one to get to. I probably did that just so I didn't have to fiddle with it while holding the turbo above my head underneath of a car. Using a crow's foot to tighten it in. I think I'm gonna drop this one. Oh, I got it. I guess I didn't need that elbow. I've got another. Boy, I should have held this thing up with a jack. And can the turbo be installed with the manifold? Yes. Unfortunately, in my case, I have two bolts, or two nuts in the manifold that are stuck. Whoa! Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think these are all 14s, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is one of them that got stuck. That one's not. One's a little tight too, but I think I can reach this one with a ratchet. Go ahead and grab that. Not sure how I feel about a 12-point half-inch drive socket. It's working. That one does not reach. Okay. Okay, that's off. And I gotta get a 14 open end wrench. And here's the risky one. Because if this rounds off, there's no way to get it out. Yep, there it goes. There it goes in a good way. It is moving. Alright, let's go a little further. Good. It's smashed up against the manifold. I don't want to go too far because it'll crack the manifold. Let's try. Does this one reach? I think it will. Yes. Okay. Bye, Dada. Bye. Love you. Yeah, all right. This one that's stuck. Move to 10s, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and smack that out there. There's 10. Oh, need that part. Okay. And we could pry, may pry off. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. It was either going to be pry or rubber mallet.
Okay, can you pause and come tell Lillian that she's not allowed to drive in the car with you anymore? Because my word